dice activity. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to your traditional Tuesday night throwdown. The one and only source for competitive Dota in Australia, nary the world. My name's Dan. I'm back here coasting along this cast with my beautiful co-host, young Matthew Fraser. How are you, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. Last time, Boars took a win. So I'm keen this time. Like, they're playing with the stand-in this time. We should point out to Will Gaming. There is a stand-in. They had to
absolutely.
Yeah. They had to go into the forest. There was a cabin in the woods in the middle of nowhere. The tap 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 on the door. His hair's grey, his beard's big. They say, "Simon, we need you. Our position 4's gone to go get laid or something." And he says, "Dota 2. I gave all that up a long time ago."
The man's a father now. He's got 16 children.
He's got something to live for now. He can't play that game anymore. But but then he goes into the back. He pulls out a little crate, wipes the dust off the top, opens it up, and inside is a mouse and a keyboard. We'll cut out of retirement for one last job.
Holds it up to his head and blows gently, and off the WASD keys, years and years of dust. It's going to be a good game, I think. We're looking at the start of a fresh best of 3 as decided by the boys here. I think the loss that Two Wheel Gaming faced after last game, in my head, turned into, all right, BK, we thought about it and you're out of the crew. We need new blood, and that new blood is young Simon McDowell. But it's going to be an interesting game, seeing how he brings a new, fresh kind of face to how Two Wheel Gaming are going to be playing this evening.
Well, I'm interested in the positions because Simon's a jack of all trades. He doesn't really, he's like water. Flows into the vessel. You put
Simon into a cup, he becomes the cup. It's weird. Yeah, obviously these first few picks, we're probably looking at the old position 5 Undying, right? That seems to be the thing.
I don't think you play it as anything but 5 now. So,
and was there anything that changed that made that actually viable? Or is it more someone showed, hey, fly out a bunch of regen, you're going to have a really good time in lane?
I don't know if it's like a professional gamer thing, whether it's like in the pro games they're doing it, or whether it's just a good pub thing.
Right, fair enough. Just kind of caught on, got a little bit of traction, and suddenly everyone's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing it because of someone like a support player I watch a lot, started playing it. I went, that looks fun. I'll learn that because I suck at melee supports.
Yeah, fair enough. I do that with OD, and I'm just bad at OD. Looking at these first few bans, we've definitely got some respect coming out. The Storm Spirit definitely not going to be able to be played by young Mac Dogma. He definitely showed he can play that hero quite well over a few games now. And the respect bans coming out from the Boars, going straight for Brent's Underlord, as well as the Clinks and the Slark and the Bloodseeker, both of which are, I don't know, played by a bunch of players, but definitely a Joel and Brent series of heroes there for sure. Surprised to see the Anti-Mage man coming out though.
I think that's just his hero is irritating. It's hard to play against. We just want it out of our lives.
If I had to guess, Morgan Cave said, if I'm not going to play Anti-Mage, can we ban it?
Well, I don't. Yeah. Okay. He probably would he play Anti-Mage given his miserable experience this weekend trying to play these Anti-Mage?
True. Actually, yeah. It just hasn't really gone that well.
Even
I mean, admittedly,
the one that he won, he still was like, "God, that fucking sucked."
Admittedly, that was also partially because I was playing OT. But, bit of column A, bit of column B. Getting rid of the PL, they're not going to be playing an Earthshaker. They have a nice defensive few picks here from Two Wheel Gaming. I do like the Undying that immediately says to the Centaur, you're not necessarily going to have anywhere near as good of a time in lane. Those 2 strength supports as well, no matter how they set it up, aren't going to necessarily be having a good time. The Silencer makes sure there's no Wombo that's going to be coming out of Boars on this side of the map. Yeah. Do you think they're looking for a 4P1 here, or it's kind of hard to call? Where do you think this draft's going?
I don't think they're thinking that far ahead just yet. I think it's Silencer, all right, you're not allowed to Snapfire Ultimate anymore. We don't have to worry about picking something to get into the back.
True. It does cut it off. It does shut it down.
Still, it has a bit of versatility because I don't know if this is a thing that they're going to do, but there has been a bit of Silencer 3, just as like your carry is never going to have a nice time ever.
Yeah, totally. You're going to be complaining about how many stacks he has. Yeah.
yeah. But I think it's just they picked the Undying Solid position 5. You can pick a more fragile position 1 when you have an Undying 5. Now they go Zeus, which I'm not sure about because that seems vulnerable against Centaur and Snapfire if she gets an Axe.
On the other side of the equation is the strength-based hero. Chunking down their XP always does feel nice, but it is also a comfort hero. This is a Brent special. We've seen it before. He's one of his favourite heroes to play for sure. Though the 3 pick does suggest it could be flex. So if you are Boars, you're wondering if it's necessarily going to be a mid hero. Though if it is, in the off lane as a 4, I can't see how that lane would go, a Silencer Zeus lane. Well, it would be annoying, that's for sure. You'd definitely be hating your life. There's definitely plenty of time for them to respond to that here, so it will be interesting to see what Boars come out with, kind of eating into their reserve time a little bit, thinking quite carefully about this pick, and it is an Ogre Magi. Really leaning into the strength here, yeah.
Well, tanky heroes.
Interesting.
Not necessarily strength.
Oh, yeah, he's not strength, is he?
But tanky boys.
Tanky boys, big, large lads. This Zeus is looking a little bit better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is a little bit better against an Ogre. Silencer's looking a bit scary.
5 seconds remaining.
As in, I'd be scared if I'm playing Silencer this game. But
in terms of your word, you're going to get run down, or what's the issue there?
Yeah, I think you're vulnerable, and I don't feel like there's enough keep away here.
That's fair enough. They do have the kind of, at the moment, this team can just run directly at you, right?
Yes.
I'm surprised that 2 Gaming did ban the Faceless Void as with the Silencer. I mean, there are plenty of things that can counter out a Faceless Void at this point, right? But I'm surprised you'd imagine that could potentially be a nice way to control a fight like this.
Yeah, Silencer's usually a counter pick to Faceless Void, not so much because it stops Void, but because it stops people throwing stuff into the Chronosphere. So, for example, if they picked Void here with Snapfire Ultimate, they can just silence if Snapfire tries to throw his damage into the Chronosphere.
Oh, exactly, yeah, you're right.
But,
that would be more of a...
yeah, I'm not sure about that ban either. But I would actually prefer it for 2 Gaming. I think he does nicely.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. You'd imagine it would be something that would be hey, you're going to stop them running at you. You're going to control the team fight. You're going to be able to turn it around. I mean, it's maybe a little bit harder to do if the Centaur's in the middle of your team, but still definitely viable. We'll see what comes out. Obviously, looking at the bans that are already out there in terms of the position 1s, it's hard to think of... There is a Juggernaut, right? There is a Juggernaut, although maybe there's a little bit too much HP for you to get through. Well,
HP, but lots of... not a lot of armor.
So it is a Zeus mid, and we are looking for a tied 3, Zeus 2, Silencer in the 4, Undying 5. So it's really just what this pos 1 is going to be. How do you like the look of this draft from 2 Gaming as it's shaping up here? They've got a bit of team fight. They can jump in. They can disrupt. There is damage on the Zeus, assuming the Zeus doesn't get popped.
They do, but they needed to pick Sven because they don't have any catch. It's like, how do you start the fight except
this is the problem. Yeah, you're right. There isn't anything. I mean, okay, in terms of the mid pool, who do you want to play that's going to have some amount of catch?
No, you need a position 1.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm an idiot. There's Juggernaut coming out. They were listening to the stream, obviously. Nice, clean. Can get through some of those heroes. Is immune to the magic damage. That's and can dodge a Ravage. I expect to see at least 1 Ravage dodged. Warren, I presume, is going to be playing that. We'll see how it goes. Although I hear he's been on the beers.
Oh, is he?
He's been on the beers with the boys.
Melbourne Cups.
That's how it goes.
So that explains the beer pressure tag.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how it all rolls.
He's got a good matchup, though, he's got a good game matchup, but a real shit lane matchup. Tidehunter versus Juggernaut is not fun.
Yeah, with the Undying as well. There's enough pressure, I think, in that offlane, if that's how they do it. Though if Silence is there, hard to see.
Yeah, well, the problem is that Juggernaut can't really kill the Tidehunter, but also the Tidehunter's farming tool is Anchor Smash, and it goes through your spin.
How do you feel about, if you are Boars here, how do you feel about a sniper?
As their mid?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Still can get caught by Zeus's global stuff.
True. Throwing down the
throwing
down the Nimbus would be a problem.
Don't need to jump on him.
You can't just burst him from afar. Who's less in the pool? Come on, someone play OD. Just fucking play OD. Do it. Just do it. Dan wants to see an OD game. We also have a Lone Druid as well. And I know that they do not mind playing Lone Druid on the side of McDonald.
I don't mind Lone Druid. I think it's a little greedy, but I also think that they don't have too much to... Actually, Lone Druid kind of... I know you like the Lone Druid versus Zeus matchup, but I've seen that go wrong so much because the Bolt and the Arc Lightning is so good against that bear.
It is one of those matchups that works only if the Zeus doesn't know what they're doing.
Okay.
And like if they feel... It's one of those matchups where you can game someone, right? Where you can just be like, hey, I'm definitely going to run into range of your bolt, and then turn around at the last second, and you keep on getting baited into range of the bear. That's a fine line to walk, and if you know how to play Lone Druid, you're not going to get baited by it. But again, if you're two-wheel gamer and you've been playing with a certain Dan Hughes, you're going to be pretty scared of that Lone Druid. That's all I'm saying. We'll see what they do. They still have a bit of reserve time here, 54 seconds to think about this final pick.
They need a spirit, maybe.
There's the sniper.
Hey, there you go. Points for Dan.
There we go. Just pulled it out of the hat. Man's been thinking. So again, it is probably up to the Zeus. There's no real way to gap close at this point. I can't see. We're thinking about... I mean, there's a life stealer in the pool. There's plenty of health here. Oh.
Ooh, what?
Fuck. All right, here we go. I mean, I've seen the slide up pos one. I've seen the slide up pos one. It's been talked about. They said it before.
It's 100% a fuck you Juggernaut counter pick thing.
Yeah. And also gives them some more gap close for Sniper, right? They didn't think about it that long. They were keen on it. They're going to go with it. This will be an interesting draft. Looking at the way that Two Gaming want to play it is going to be... I mean, Slider doesn't really farm that much, right? It's going to be a run the fuck at you draft. Every single time you've got a Ravage, you're going.
Yeah, and that does solve some of their catch problems. They do have the damage to follow it up.
I mean, it's a ballsy move. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be Zeus being played by Brent in the mid, Silencer being played by the debuting Big Papa Salmon, and he's going to be in the off lane, I presume. And we'll see how it goes. How are you feeling about the draft, young Matt? If you had to put your money down, it is racing day after all.
Well, I've lost once already, so I'm $2 in the hole.
Brent, what's going on? You don't have any of those fucking Dota Plus gems, man. Come on.
Far out.
That's weak, mate. Weak.
I think, look, I don't mind the two gaming strategy, but I always get nervous when you do something like this. I always kind of, if you make the game, put the burden of execution on yourself high,
harder to execute, basically.
It makes it like a risk for me, and I am very risk averse, so I always get nervous when I see that. However, they do have the tools. They can get on this sniper. They can deal damage to the Juggernaut. It's just... And they got damage to burst when he's out of spin. It really is down to this fighting. Yeah, it's going to be
execution. It's down to the executions, right? I think we may have had an accidental consumption of mango there, but we'll see. Looks like there's some 4 heroes running top. I think they might be looking to run directly at the safe lane.
Yeah, but I think you might have moved your microphone slightly.
I probably did. Yes. Yeah, absolutely did. I've been leaning away to it. Leaning away from it, apparently. Slight rotation, looking like it's going to be happening up top. Bad Boy and Joel going to have some trouble. Joel playing the Slider, and Bad Boy on the Undying. It's been spotted out. Or has it? No, they're just pinging the rune.
Oh, here we go.
Wrap goes down. Wraparound gank is the name of the game.
Patience from Zoe.
Oh, and Undying is going to be getting a bit of sauce delivered directly to his face. He's going to die slow. And he's just going to stand still. Odd move.
Did he DC? Or was that...
I think he may have. I'm not 100%, but we'll find out, because he did potentially have a chance to get out there, I'd say. But whatever. We'll see how it goes. At least bait out another spell or two. Ogre Magi headed bot just in time for the rune to hit tower to meet Juggernaut. And it looks like Undying is indeed back. He just wanted to be back to lane faster. You know, the man's smart. He's thinking about it. Getting back out there. Who cares about the kill? It doesn't really matter. So we're looking at the Zeus Sniper mid matchup. You're probably feeling pretty okay. Very common matchup, I'd say, right? I don't play a lot of Sniper. Do you feel good about that matchup, Matt?
I feel like Zeus wins this.
Yeah. Early lead.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But speaking of an early lead, a nice bit of HP trading going the side of Boars. as Slider's already lost half his HP. Bunch of tangos. He should be okay for a while.
It's got the ring of regen too, doing the greedy build.
In a greedy little bastard. Down bottom, Morg's on the Tidehunter with Simon on the Silencer. He's going to go for the Sniper Courier.
Oh.
Courier Snipe, I should say, and he manages to get it. He's feeling pretty good about that, making his debut, getting his name on the board nice and early. Morg's backing up a little bit, thinking about helping out his Silencer. It's not going to really do much. Little early lead appearing on the side of Zeus in mid. He's feeling comfortable. You know, he's played this matchup 1,000 times before. 7-1 last hits to the 4-0 on Sniper. Managing to get a bunch of... How annoying is Arc Lightning as a spell? Don't you agree?
Oh,
so
I hate
fucking annoying.
I
Try
hate
and play around right clicks and... no. Not
especially with the new build being the Max Arc Lightning build. It's I'm glad I've been playing support when that's been a thing.
It's fine, man. Just play Lone Druid. just run your bet and they'll freak out. It's great. A little bit of a support battle happening, but Kake Bandit getting off a nice little creep tonight. Thought it might have been a ward, but no. It looks like Bad Boy might be in a little bit of trouble here. Although the cookie goes out a little bit too prematurely. Gonna manage to get him out. It's gonna be going okay. Slider sitting there, farming pretty comfortably, but nowhere near as comfortably as Warren Buffett on the Juggernaut, who's now topping the last hit.
I hate this as Undying. I'm just watching this going on up here. This I'm looking at this lane being like, fuck, I cannot do a thing here.
How do you find? I mean, you know, you can build up some stacks on Sen, right? That's maybe your best bet here, and then there's a potential kill threat with Slider.
But watch what happened last time. He's just like, they don't care. You can't really trade with them. Snapfire is too quick, runs away from you.
Is really annoying. Pulls you off to the side, like, hey, come try to cancel my clarity, dude.
Gets rid of your arm with Little Shredder. They've got 2 stuns. It's difficult to fight them.
And we've got some catch-up farming going on the side of Mac Dogma, getting a nice little stack off with the shrapnel. Unlike most sniper players, actually a good player at the game. He's managing to catch up there, now overtaking Zeus actually in CS, so definitely getting back into it. Although he is here, he's low. He knows he's low. Is he flying out of salve? Not quite yet. He's within burstable range if he's not careful, though. He does know that Zeus doesn't quite have the mana for it at the moment. So
and he knows there's no mangoes.
I think he's pretty safe. Down bottom looks like it's fairly safe equilibrium right now. Carry getting out a nice little D ward. Plenty of time for this 5-minute rune to come in. No more courier snipers for you down bottom. Ping's happening up top. Looks like they do want to maybe bring some source to this Undying. He's got a few nice stacks, but he manages to dodge the stomp. They're just going to walk away. He drops the tombstone. That's a bit problematic. Don't know if they're going to be able to get a kill. Although, here we go. Looks like with the crush and the bash, that is a dead Snapfire Cookie Grandma. Regen rune up top. Zeus knows he wants it, although the Carrows come through just at the right time. He's not going to be able to get that rune. Knows he's going to get tonight if he goes for it. What's he going to do?
Where's this when I'm playing mid?
Yeah, I know. These rotations. Make sure he managed to land it. And Simon comes through, gives him a bit of regen, says, nah, I got you. I'm a father. I understand what support is. I know how to take care of my children.
It'll be the day when one of our players like ports into middle and then takes the bottle to refill it. Do that trick.
Oh, I've been waiting for that moment, my man. I tell you. I'll see how it goes.
All your heroes don't buy bottle, otherwise I'd do it. I've got you, man.
Sure. We'll see. That's a nice excuse. Zeus sitting pretty much no mana. He would have
bottom lane.
Love that regen rune. Bottom lane, looks like we've got a spin going down onto Morgan on the Tidehunter. Doesn't matter how much good your Kraken Shell is, you're probably going to die. One more hit is all it takes. A few hits from Silencer, but no mana left to follow up with the 3 heroes. Snapfire rotating down to help secure that kill and rune. Although Bad Boy just outpacing this Centaur, running straight for the second rune. He's like, what are you going to do, my man? What are you going to do? Just going to keep running? I'm a fucking zombie. I don't care. Simon helping guard the rune for Brent, who now has a bottle and desperately needed that mana. So back in the game a little bit. But since the last time I checked in, Mac Dogma has just stripped away from this Zeus, doing a very good job of catching up. Really executing what he could, getting that little rotation. Definitely extremely useful. Snapfire deciding, no, not worth playing the game anymore. You know, just not worth it. We're done. I'm so glad we do at least have some voice lines to keep us going until next year. You know.
Yeah, I like all the stuff that they've added after the Battle Pass went away.
Unpause coming in, where everyone's back in. And we're ready to roll again. So Pols 1 and 2 on on the side of Boars, beating out the 2 All Gaming cores by a significant-ish amount. Juggernaut's closer to Slaughter, I should say the other way around, but there's definitely a significant
Ogre's
difference.
going on Simon.
And there's not much he can do. He's just going to run away. Give him a little bit of sass. But at this point, you're worried. Tidehunter is level 4. The Juggernaut is level 5. About half a level's difference there overall in terms of experience. Silence is a little far behind what we're looking at.
Pro.
We've got...
Pick it up! Middle lane.
He's gonna be dead for that. He's gonna turn around and gonna get a kill. He gets 1, he's not gonna get 2, but still a very wise decision there out of Zeus to turn that into a kill rather than just walk away. And get the rune as well, which is the important part of that. It's really what it's about. Bit of a dive happening by Joel up top. He's under tower, he's running directly at him. He hasn't right-clicked him quite yet, so just really executing as much as he can with that creep aggro, but Mufasa also knowing what's up, not really falling for it. Just letting him continue to trade away. Juggernaut not quite at 6, but he's only a quarter of a level until he gets there. Simon desperately needing a bit of mana here, doing what he can to keep that Ogre Magi busy, get him throwing spells on him, keeping both their manas nice and low. But it's really just a brawl between the Tidehunter and the Juggernaut down bottom. We'll see how it goes. Mufasa chasing out Bad Boy, doing what he can to get rid of him, keeping him able to farm that camp if he gets a chance. But it's 2v1 up top, and so you do know that you are getting more out of it as the Centaur. A few more levels, get that 6 nice and early as the Snapfire is roaming around the map, helping make some stuff happen with Mac Dogma again, maintaining a lead against this Zeus now, with about a level's worth of experience ahead of the Zeus. Not a comfortable spot to be, of course. A kill definitely helped that. Not purely just laning. Might have a kill up top on Undying. He does drop the tombstone. He is going to get popped, and Joel is going to commit, but there's not going to be much gap close here. He's not going to be building a blink either. Not for the time building, Matthew. Not for the time building. And we are going to see.
He's going Echo Save. He's also got a Midas Q up in there, which I'm thinking he's got there just in case he's seeing if he dies, I think.
Pretty much. It's a game going well. All right, we'll see how it goes. Of course, that's going to turn into a bit of a push up top with the zombies providing plenty of coverage to get the tower nice and low. DD Rune going to the side of the sniper. Definitely not what you want to see on the side of 2 Gaming, but he's going to be using it to farm for now. Getting max efficiency is the name of the game here. He's definitely one of those mids who can turn into such a massive problem, especially on the side of 2
Gaming. Going in on top.
Bit of a stomp, seeing if we can slow it down. No tower aggro yet. We've got Snapfire coming in, only level 3. Centaur's ult has been popped, and a bit of miscommunication. Undying goes down, gets a port out of Ogre Magi, and unfortunately manages to lose his courier as well.
That was a little ambitious.
Arcane.
That was a bit ambitious, I think. I don't think they had the damage to kill him, even with Undying.
Potential kill on mid lane, potential kill. We've got Zeus wrapping around mid, although again, Sniper too wise to it. He's not going to be a goose. We've already seen it. Pings come out, and we've got a big wrap coming in from Boars here. They've wisely read what's going on, and Zeus still looking for the kill, doesn't know what's going on. Oh shit, there's no Magi there. What am I going to do? He starts running, although the plinking has occurred with a stun.
No mana for the cookie.
No mana for the cookie, but I don't think it's going to matter. And Zeus goes down. That is unfortunate. You always want to feel like you can get those little bit of extras, that little bit of catch-up gold and killing that sniper. And
I cannot blame Brent for trying that though.
No, you got to chase it. You got to chase that gold.
I'm
right?
100% dying there too. I'm running in, getting that guy.
You gotta stick your dick in. You gotta just go for it. Unfortunately, but
you'll never know where your limit is unless you try and push it.
Very good response from Boars. Really just punishing that little attempt very swiftly.
2 little bits of over-aggression from 2 Gaming. Punished very quickly. Smoke. Bottom.
And they need to recognise it. Smoke. Oh, from the Snapfire. It has been broken, although this is a dead Tidehunter. He does have Ravage, doesn't want to pop it. He's going to try porting, and he's out. No mana. Why such little mana? Oh, I thought there was something that burns it potentially. 10-minute rune coming out. Looks like Boars are going to be playing aggressively for it, although Simon on the Silence are not going to quite get there. And looking like they can zone it out. Silence are controlling this rune for Zeus. He desperately needs the mana. Well, not quite desperately, but, could always use it. And now looking at the standing, Sniper just about to hit 80 CS, as well as Juggernaut almost about to hit 60. The Juggernaut and Slide are sitting pretty close together, but at this point Brent has started to drop beneath the Slider and the Tidehunter in terms of CS. So it's definitely a rough game at this point for Zeus. Though if anyone can pull it back, it definitely is Brent. The man knows how to play the hero.
It's his MMR climb hero.
That's it, yeah. That and fucking Visage. God damn it, I hate that fucking hero so much. Like, we've returned to a bit of a 2-1-2 laning setup.
It's kind of this outcome from the lanes is kind of what I was a little worried about in the draft, and that they need to try and gank the sniper early on, but they don't have anybody who can move. Like, who on your team makes an aggressive rotation?
If your slider was a 3, right? But it's not.
Maybe, but even the supports, Silencer doesn't move. Undying doesn't move, really, unless you're me. But that's not like it's a good decision. It's kind of if you go to a lane, you can't really start shit, you know. There's a lane for that Undying to connect to, where you can start something.
Macnogma flying out a presumptuous salve. You know, that's the sign of a good mid player. He's at full HP pretty much. He knows, I'm going to need this. I'm going to need this in a few short moments. It's going to allow me to stay in lane, trade with this a little bit more effectively.
Always buy some regen when you
fly that courier out, right?
Yeah, when you buy another item. Top lane is a bit of fighting going on, but I think
Morgs has popped Ravage down bottom. Going to turn into a double kill on the 4 and 5. So better than nothing. Getting on the board, a bit of gold for Simon and Morgan there. Unfortunately, don't manage to catch the Juggernaut at all in that fight. Very close to 6 on, there you go, Silencer just got it, and the Undying 6 less important, but he is very close. Ogre Magi and Snapfire porting in down bottom. Know that there is no Ravage to go, and this is going to be a big fight with Sniper as well, joining the fight. And this is a time to run if you're on the side of 2 Gaming. Is he going to drop the Tombstone? No, the Tombstone's still down with Omni Slash going out, cleaning up those 2 heroes, and just about the perfect team fight for Boars there, doing exactly what they needed to, popping the ults, getting the rotations down, and preventing the aggression on that tier 1 tower. Getting, again, trading off that off-lane tower, trading off the Zeus, doing a little bit of catch-up work, maybe getting a little bit of pressure on that mid-tier 1, but you know, there's a fairly significant set of kills there with a relatively sizable gold change going to the side of Boars there. Almost 1,000 gold difference all up. So Slider does manage to pick up that off-lane tower.
And he's got the Midas as well.
Yeah, he's going all in. Going all in on being greedy. How many uses of Midas is it before it pays for itself? It's like 14, right?
Something like that. But it's like in gold yet, but the levels are...
Yeah, that's what you really want.
More important, yeah. I mean, it's good on Slider because he doesn't really have a farming tool at all. It's like Chaos Knight. Yeah. You don't have any way to... You can't buy a Battle Fury, really. It doesn't synergize with your other spells. It's a bit of a nice kill.
Joel farming in a nice and aggressive spot there, getting a courier as well.
That's actually pretty important. He was almost at his Battle Fury. He was 300 gold away. He would have had it after this wave. But now he has to wait
going
another
straight in on mid. He's going to go straight for that Centaur War Runner with the Silencer and the burst going down. Gets the kill, gets out, and the Tombstone goes down to cover the defense, even though there's a little bit of body blocking going on the side of 2 Gaming, just to make things a little bit more exciting. A nice little pick, and that's what getting him his Battle Fury.
No, I mean Juggernaut's Battle Fury. Yeah, the Claymore.
Battle Fury. That's a fucking farming tool, man.
The Claymore got
closed out.
Got killed
he
on
would have it now,
yeah.
so that's going to delay it by a minute and a half, or a little bit more than that. So that's pretty solid. A nice little foothold, jumping back in the game with the less than 1k gold lead on the side of Boars now. Back into an even footing. If they hadn't got that kill, if they hadn't won the fight as convincingly as they did just then, it would have been a lot more of a dangerous spot. They do still have Ravage as well. When you do have Ravage, you're feeling a little bit more comfortable. You're not as vulnerable.
And it's such a good trade when you can get a couple of kills like that without having to spend Ravage. Morgan is doing his favorite build as well.
What, he's going straight into... Oh, I thought his favorite build involved going for crits nice and early, but he's got, what, the Greaves after the Blink?
But actually, hang on.
Porting top.
No, but his favorite build is the Vlads, then the crits and stuff. But he's going Greaves. I'm pretty sure Undying is also going Greaves.
Oh no!
This is the 2 Gaming special. This one.
The old double Greaves. The old double Greaves. I mean, look, it's you can't let him know. You can't let him know. You just got to watch it and play it all out. What we got 2 lined up. He's a lot closer to it. And it would be a disaster.
Bite on Tidehunter by 4-star on Undying. That is...
Is it too late? Is it too late? He's already got the... he's got a mech pretty much done.
Yeah, no, this part you leave. You can. Those 2 items are useful, regardless. I don't know if you bought those for the lane or not, but...
I think there's pretty much no way you can get out of that with... I mean, you've already invested the money for the mech, right?
Yeah, but he hasn't bought the recipe. If you leave it as just these 2 items,
it's still worth it.
Yeah. I'll often buy these just casually in the lane if it's that sort of lane, one or 2 of them.
Well, it's going to be a real race to the bottom here. See what happens. Tidehunter going in for the mid. He's going to wait for the Power Ranger supports. He's going to be forced to throw it. Is he going to do it, or is he going to get out? He's going to eat shit. Silence goes out. Bit of miscommunication. Doesn't get the silence off.
That's good though.
Silence goes out, and turn around. Centaur Warrior being popped. The sniper completely untouched here. The fight you do want for sniper gets the tombstone and a couple of kills there. Ravage is still up. 20 seconds until that Tidehunter is back in. They can get back towards mid, though they don't have the global silence. They need to catch that sniper.
Were they trying to make a move there without their slider?
Maybe. I
don't quite agree with that one.
Doing what they can to pressure. Bot tower going down. Looks like it will be something taken out by Slider. Tier 2 being a port location for Morgan on the Tidehunter. He's coming through. He doesn't quite have the blink. He's potentially going to be able to catch the Juggernaut here. This is a good fight if they can get him, though. There's a little bit of hesitance there. Not sure how many heroes are around. Looks like they are going to get out.
Yeah, and they ported bottom to try and catch Slider.
But he managed to get out. Smoke immediately on the side of Boars.
Yeah, I don't think you smoke back in, though. I don't think you do that.
Not with unless you can pop the Tidehunter again. That's the real key there. If they get the Tidehunter out without a Ravage, that's a good spot to be in. But
might be tempted by the fact that Global's down, but I don't think Global stops you battling them.
Yeah, no, not at all. Back up 50 seconds anyway. The smokers run through mid, but it looks like it's going to be ships in the night. Both teams receding back to their corners. Bit of an update. Still a bit of a very similar game in terms of the overall net worth difference. 1,000 net worth, 2,000 experience to the side of Boars.
And this Midas is doing useful stuff for this Slider. He's getting ahead of both the Sniper and the Juggernaut.
There you go. It's a bit of a saving grace. The old Joel special. See how it
Does he go blink after this?
I mean, I feel like you want it, right? Like, more stuff to close the gap on that sniper has got to feel good.
You have no catch. You need to go it, I think. But I think...
He's not cute or anything, but he does have the money, right?
Position
so we'll see.
1, you need to go...
Man, the same neutrals are dropping. I swear, is this a thing? They just got 2 Philosopher's Stone and 2 Essence Rings. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Captain's mode. The ultimate conspiracy. A little bit of a grouping starting to happen. Look like it might be around this triangle. Do we have any smoke sitting around? No, just a little bit of dewatering. Oh no, Bad Boy on the Undying definitely does have a smoke. And they do have everything they need to fight. So I'm wondering if you're 2-wheel gaming, you do want to look for a fight perhaps with the Slider now that the bottom top
push bottom out and then go smoke.
Mid lane will go down of its own accord, although is Slider getting that blink? No, he's just holding the cash right now. I wonder if he's waiting to see if there's a particular item coming out, or
Moonshard.
What's the go?
Or you go like attack speed. The one time I've played against this Warhammer, they're smoking.
There it is. They've got everything they need. Morgan out of position on the Tidehunter, though he can get there potentially. What are they looking for? They probably want that sniper. They're not 100% where it is. Bit of miscommunication, walking back and forth, waiting for the... No, going back to the wave. Oh, no, what are we doing? We're not sure. Are we going top? No. Yeah, he's going to go back to farming. A little bit of miscommunication. See how it happens in real time, though. Actually, maybe it is just to get the lane with Morgan sitting off to the side, wondering if there's a... No, he's showing in lane. We're just gonna push straight in there. Morgan going to backstroke his way up.
Warren on the Beers Buffett is absolutely
doing what he needs to be.
Going to town on this. He's eating everything in this bottom lane while all this indecision is going on.
Haystream being picked up by the Tidehunter. We've got potentially a fight starting to brew with maybe Slider trying to bait a port in. He wants to get this Juggernaut over here so he can get caught in the ult and then he can kill him. But we'll see if he's going to fall for it. Midas being used. He's going for a Silver Edge now at this point. Again, good for the attack speed. Good for a bit of break. Not quite committing on this mid tower. Here goes the Centaur Warrior ult going straight in the backline onto Silence. Trying to get him for the
mistake, I think.
He drops the Ravage, manages to catch him, following up by the Silence. The Tidehunter goes up, stays up, sorry, and it looks like the Juggernaut is potentially going to be going down the back line. We have no catch, do we? He throws it out. Oh, on top of the Snapfire holding. He turns it around. Holy shit, what an unbelievable play out of the Juggernaut there. Amazing work. Oh, that one feels so good to see. Well played. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful.
Oh.
Amazing communication. A bit of trustful exercise there, following up with the Snapfire and just... Oh.
How low was he when he popped out of Omni Slash?
He must have been on like a less than 50 health, man. That was tight.
Yeah, I missed the start of the Omni Slash because I thought he was dead, so I just went and clicked on the Snapfire to see if she just started off. And then I clicked back, suddenly this Omni Slash is going whatever. Holy shit, he's still alive!
It's always a dangerous thing when you see that Juggernaut nice and low. You're thinking, oh man, we can just pop him. But of course, at the same time, the sniper's sitting there plinking away, and you got to make a call. I mean, I understand. Nine times out of 9, I die to that as well. But oh man,
that's just your fucking well played. Like you get
beautiful execution.
Yeah,
beautiful execution.
I would be mad when it happened to me, and then after going, okay, that was pretty fucking dope. But also, fuck you.
The pace of the game increases yet further with a little bit of a net worth advantage now, about 5k sitting on the side of Boars.
Yeah, well, Boars can do whatever they want for the next 5 minutes. So now, like, they've got the strongest hero in the game. They can take every tower really without anybody contesting them.
All you can do if you are 2 Gaming is try your best, maybe to split push, see what you can do, get out this side of the map. Joel close enough to getting his, he actually has his Silver Edge and no buyback. So the potential for a pick if the Boars decide to split up at all, but
yeah,
not going to happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a bit after when they would be splitting up at the moment. Again, he's kind of...
Whoa! Bit of burst going out, but again, they still do have that Aegis. Bad Boy throwing down the ult, going on that back line, but again, a tough target to kill. At the same time, the silence going down to stop the Snapfire ult. Looks like we are going to see a dead Centaur. Meanwhile, Joel on the slider in, going straight for that sniper. He's going to pop him in a heartbeat, almost certainly, and he's gone. A nice bit of gold going to the side of 2 Gaming. Joel coming in from the side, still wants more. He's going to kill that Bakake Bandit, and he's going to follow it up, trying to kill Ogre Magi, or is he going to go straight back to that Juggernaut? We'll see. He's putting out wise decision. Can he bash it out? He's not going to be able to do it. Looks like it's going to be a Ravage to catch that Ogre Magi. Not sure if it was worth, but still probably a good thing to spend it rather than to die again. And that was a fairly sizable swing to the side of 2 Gaming.
That was
there.
A good team fight.
2,500 gold change and 5,500, nearly 6,500 XP to the side of the 2 Gaming there. So that's a significant fight. Had to spend any buybacks there? No, not at all.
No. And to be honest, Simon probably would have lived too. Nick, I think, misclicked Soul Roof on himself instead of on Silencer.
Ouch.
But, yeah, I know I said, like, literally a minute before that they can't really fight, they can do whatever they want. However, they weren't really
They can do
set.
anything they want except go for that tier 2 top. That's the only one. Just the only one.
They can... Well, they weren't really set there. They weren't kind of, like... Yeah, they hadn't set themselves up to fight very well in that position. They put their Juggernaut up a little too far. Gets caught by a bunch of surprise bursts, and then they...
Suddenly you're on 30% HP, and this fight's looking a little bit worrisome. And unfortunately for them, at that exact time, Joel appears with the Shadow Blade and pops the shit out of that sniper, responsible for a lot of their damage.
And when stuff like that happens to you in a Dota game, like you get something, you get bursted by that, and you have to back for a second. Yeah. And then, like, you're kind of playing without the initiative, you're kind of a second behind.
Exactly. It is the same. It's like getting... You might not necessarily take the damage, but it's the emotional response which hits you. It's like getting punched in the face a little bit, right? Like you can still fight, but what the fuck just happened there?
You're kind of playing catch up in the fight mentally at that point, where your trenches are not as set up, battlements are not manned correctly, and then they can take advantage.
Bit of confusion, right?
Yeah.
The big swing back towards the side of the hashtag Cave Boys, also known as 2 Gaming, but all things considered, is still heading back upwards to the side of Boars. Now they're back out in the map and farming again. They just have better farming tools.
Yeah.
They've just got so much ability to clean up gold on the map here.
Silencer can't hit creeps. Undying can't hit creeps. Slider kind of can with this Midas, but still has to hit everything one at a time. Zeus can
fairly
farm well.
challenging.
But the other heroes on Boars.
Looks like we might potentially have a fight down bottom with Joel doing his best to run out, followed up with a Centaur ult. Does he have the invisibility? He does. Do they have the dust? They do. Does he get caught?
Yes.
He does. He's out on the side. He's going to go for the port. Is it going to be seen? Is he seen? Oh my god, that must have been so close. Very nice read. Very nice read. Good response out of Boars there to chase him down that quickly. But whew.
That was close.
That was spicy. Manages to just get out of there. Smoke on the side of 2-Wheel Gaming. I think that potentially may have been a let's try and run and save our Pulsar 1 smoke, but they're getting back out on the map, splitting up, doing what they can. Though again, 2-Wheel Gaming have everything they need to fight. You do still feel on the back foot, but they do have that Wombo, they do have the Silence, they do have the Tidehunter. Both playing pretty passively at this point.
Boars are playing very well. They're doing what they need to do at the moment. That mistake on top is not like damaging for them because they've given themselves such a good start with the way in the first few games that they play against. Oh, hang on, they might spot. No, bottom lane.
That's a dead ogre match, right?
Yeah, they often won the lanes and then had trouble transitioning out of them. But in the last couple of games, they've really worked on that and they've gotten a lot better.
Exactly, they've worked on that 10 to 20 minute mark, right? Like they know how to actually 10 to 20 minute mark. At 22 minutes, they killed Roche, right? They've been moving. They've been increasing the pace of their game.
A lot of activity on the map too, which I like to see.
Yeah, exactly. Playing the game, as it's known. Actually playing Dota 2. It's a wild concept, right?
If you want to hit creeps, go get a WoW sub.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Next big item's coming out for the Slados is going to be an AC. So they're starting to lean into the attack speed. He's already got the Hyperstone. Is he close enough to the infinite stun lock build, or does he need a little bit more? I don't know what the number is there.
I think you get it after your Moonshard.
He's got 2 attacks a second. And how long does Bash last?
It's your fourth, every 4 hits, and it's 1.3.
Yeah, but Bash is 1.3, so it needs to nearly halve its attack speed. Or double, depending on how you calculate it, I suppose. Looks like we've potentially got a little bit of an engagement. Silence goes down, but I'm not sure if that was necessarily the timing with a burst killing out the Bukake Bandit.
Look at this positioning from Sniper.
Sniper's perfect. Morgan goes straight in on the Tidehunter, though he's jumped into a Sniper with BKB. He gets burst, and the turnaround immediately from the Centaur ult, turning into an Omnislash, killing that Undying, and Brent on the Zeus goes down very, very quickly. And the rest of 2-Wheel Gaming having to turn tail and run home with the Slider not really managing to affect that fight much at all. Not being able to get in there. I think not necessarily knowing the BKB was on the Sniper was the unfortunate read there for the initiation from Tidehunter.
What a time to let it reveal.
Yes, exactly.
10-second charge, absolutely perfect.
I think all things considered, that went as well as you would hope on the side of Boars. Definitely reminding 2-Wheel Gaming that, hey, we're not done yet. We're very much still in command of this game. If you think you're going to be pushing out tier 2 tower, just let me remind you what we got. That Sniper Juggernaut,
they've scanned Slider. They know he's here.
And Mufasa running straight up there, wanting to catch him. Is he going to get the bash? No, Slider just going to run.
Unfortunately,
he's preemptively popped the dust. He just does a traditional juke. Doesn't need no invisibility. Getting around the tower. He's fine. He's happy. Meanwhile, bot tower going down extremely fast.
He blunk in and just barely didn't have the mana for Hoof Stomp. It was 5 mana away.
I was wondering. It's more of a... Do I not want to fight you? We've got some action trying to catch the rotation across. Joel going straight in on that Mufasa. The Ags Swift Slash going out, although the Bukake Bandit on the Snapfire off to the side, doing what he can to control the fight, but Joel's found him, and he's going to murder him. At the same time, Tidehunter goes down. BKB gets popped again on the Sniper, and Joel's going to have to run as his front line's now. Well, he's kind of front line, but still, his remaining front line is dead. He's still thinking about it, though. He knows if he gets close to that Sniper, he is a dead bitch, though. What can really support him at this point?
For the rune, but...
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is
he wants to.
Bit ambitious,
bit risky. Have they seen it? No, they saw it. I don't know. They were pinging it.
No, that's a. I don't know if that was 2-Wheel Gaming pinging it. Yeah.
He's just gonna go for the Korean instead. Yeah, there we go. Well, you know.
They might have seen it. This ward here.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yeah. Well, it's turned into a bit of gold. That's better than nothing.
I can fucking see that flashing before Joel's eyes. The cogs were turning.
Just gonna kill the sniper and then I guess Swift Flash. Yeah.
No, it was a suicide mission. He was going to take someone with him though, but he was definitely going to die for it.
Well, you can do what you can. Overall net worth at this point, Slardar topping it out, just about 5,000 gold ahead of the Juggernaut. He's doing what he can to keep Two War Gaming in this one. That's definitely the powerhouse of damage and the real dangerous backline to what Two War Gaming offer here. Bit of a smoke coming up, looking like this tier 2 tower is a goal they want to go for once more. Two War Gaming nowhere to be found at this point. They're scanning, thinking, are they in Roche? What's going on? Maybe they're smoking because they're not on the map. This is a little strange. Joel firmly out of position, does have a port ready to go though, so there's nothing going to be slowing them down. Maybe they're not going for that tower, just deciding instead, let's get that mid tower in and let them play the other side of the map. They're like a good 10 minutes away. Maybe we'll force some ports. However, bottom tower on Radiant side starting to get pushed just by creeps. On half HP, it does have a siege creep though, so you're starting to wonder.
I want Slardar to go in.
We got to do something here. We're gonna Slardar's appeared. All right, guys, we got to go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna fort. Are we porting? Well, Roast just spawned. They don't quite know that, but that could also potentially be a goal. Sniper deciding to port back home and handle business, and while they don't know that's the case, they're wondering, do we go back in here? DD has.
Joel saw Sniper leave vision,
he did see
and
him
he ran off. He just noticed that he was off the map. He disappeared, and so he's like, I don't know whether he just walked off the map and ported, so I walked away.
Very
he
smart.
wasn't quite 100% certain that Sniper reported. Because Sniper's the only one who's really kind of scared of solo.
Yeah. The port does go out with Joel going top at this point, deciding maybe we need to contest this Roche that's happening. Has he scanned it? No, he hasn't.
No!
The ward does pop it. He's just going to run straight into his death here. He gets a stun off. He's in the river. He manages to get out of there. It's going to be turning into a living Slardar just. That has to be the river regen, which has helped him out there. They aren't able to quite commit here. They know that they haven't quite blown their load, but that is a controlling teamfight ulti in the Centaur Stampede. So you kind of feel like you might need to back up from it. Joel,
I feel like Two War Game probably could have defended their tombstone there.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Where was it?
It was just outside the Roche pit, and it had gotten a couple of zombies on there. And they kind of clustered around. I was waiting for the Ravage, but
we'll see.
It was a bit iffy though.
It is one of those, right on the edge case kind of feelings, right? Now both teams are posturing around Roche. Everyone except for Joel on that half of the map within a stone throw of Roche pit, thinking, well, if someone decides to go in there, we've got to be on it.
Well, Boars know there's a Slardar on the other team. That Roche drops quickly.
It's going to absolutely chunk through it. But they've backed up a little bit, thinking that, well, let's wait for this Daedalus, which is only 200 gold away on our Sniper. Our Juggernaut's pretty close to a Skadi. We're going to hope to see there's a few more items coming out for the next big fight for them. Snapfire pushing down the mid. Thinking maybe we'll poke in a little. No, maybe we'll return. We'll go back home. We'll see what happens. The Greaves have come out on Undying. What's the update on Young Morgan Cave? He abandoned it, no Greaves.
Okay, they must have noticed and had that conversation.
Been good to see it, although this is a dead Tidehunter. Smoke has popped. Morgan not really quite sure what's going on. He's seen it. Does he have a blink? He's blunked to the trees. Can he port in time? I think he will be fine.
No basher or anything like that. Stuns a bit far behind.
And they've dropped a scan to double check, but he's out. They know that if they kill the Tidehunter, they can take the Roche, right? Very smart choice to pop the vulnerability there. Although with I suppose with the Tombstone, you can defend it as well, but a lot harder without that nice big AoE stun. And again, a little bit of passivity here. Stick around for maybe these 30-minute runes. Ooh, Joel going in. Ooh, he thought about it. He thought the silencer. He knows that if the Sniper is alone for more than, 5 seconds, he's in trouble.
Oh no,
he's been spotted. He's turned around. He's been, they knew he wanted to.
Extremely dead.
And that is a burst Slardar. He's dead. And
straight
he's
into
going to need a
Roche.
buyback if he wants to defend it, but he's not going to. He's that POS 1 lifestyle. What are you going to do? Are you going to try and defend it without him? Probably not. It's already down.
That was an oof. No.
Oh, he brought back. He's going to do it a little bit late. He's porting in. He's going to jump in and start the fight. We're going to need to see that Ravage. There it is. The silencer does not manage to go off at this point. Is he going to drop it? There it is. Although it's too late. Buffett has already picked up the Aegis, and I presume Sniper has the cheese. 4-staffing forward. And that's turned into pretty dangerous times. If he does get caught, this is a dieback on the side of Slardar. The blink is there. That was
so close.
Tight. Juggernaut carrying both the Cheese and the Aegis. A little bit of indecision there on the side of 2 Gaming. We need to move a little bit faster on that one, I'm going to say, but very well played by by Boars, I should say. Controlling that fight, getting the BKB off, focusing on the Roshan, making sure they get the objective before leaving the pit.
Kind of, both teams are a little bit ginger before that. They've both had team fights swing back against them, so a little scared to run into each other. And then they got a pick into Roche, and it kind of flustered 2 Gaming.
Exactly. The choice to buy back, of course, that's always the
hard
worst
one.
thing. Do I buy back now? Do I wait? And then when you
so
see
hard.
it, I gotta buy back, and it's a little bit too late. And, bit of a tier 3 push coming in here, and it's a dangerous time. They know that most of the ults are down. We've got a Cheese and an Aegis. What are we going to do to really get it down? Ready to get the Juggernaut down. He's starting to chunk him a little bit, but what can you do? 70 seconds until you're Ravage. 40 seconds until you're Silence. Slider on the other side of the map, not wanting to port back. Trying to get this tier 2 out of this if he can.
60 seconds before they need to be scared of Tidehunter.
Getting straight up there onto the tier 3, hitting those racks. A lot of burst coming out of Zeus, turning him around very, very quickly, getting him down to nearly 10% health in a heartbeat.
I think this is over. Healing Ward is down.
He'll be back up in 15 seconds, so they can wait for that. But yep, as you so correctly say, that's a pretty strong high ground hold from Zeus, right? The amount of damage that can come out of him when he's sitting so far away, and similarly to the sniper, they don't have an easy way to close that gap without the Central getting really in deep, which he's been trying to do, but the slide up kills him very, very quickly. Cancels the stomp, turns around. Is he gonna get? He's gonna be fine. That cookie being used to great effect there. But again, Zeus just doing a bunch of damage at this point, keeping them all nice and low. The healing ward's back up though, turning it around.
That was cheeky. He almost got stunned.
Silencer is back up in 7 seconds until a Ravage. They might not know. They might think they still have the ability to take the high ground here, but of course we do still have a BKB to get through on the Sniper. That's going to be plenty of damage in the interim. Buffett getting up on the high ground. BKB getting popped. Waffen Buffett going backline. He pops his BKB. Brent gets pushed back. The silence goes down, and Undying is going to fall in a heartbeat. He gets it out.
Sniper died in the back.
Pretty much the juice is going to be down, but Sniper does die to the Slider, but Warren Buffett cleans up in the back line. First version of him going to be going down if he manages to get burst, or he's just going to get stunned, and that's a dieback on our Slider. And gets the Aegis for it, but how are you going to hold this? It's going to almost certainly be a dead rack, although Brent does have the damage. The Swift Slash comes out and immediately kills Simon on the Sniper. Brent, unfortunately, not able to really get the distance required. The Skadi keeping him in nice location. Can they close the gap? They do have a pipe as well as a blink in order to get to that backline, so it is pretty dangerous. You do feel like you do have to sack this rack, so Brent wants to slow it down as much as he can and do as much damage. Pad the gauge, pad the gauge. Is he going to manage to get back? Swift Slash plus a stomp. Steps out that little bit too far, and that's a set of racks.
It might be a game, actually. They're calling it GG.
Yeah, fair enough. That's 2 sets of racks. They can't do anything to defend it. And GG has been called. Well played to Boars, a swift and meaningful defeat. Very well played, top to bottom. Some really incredible plays, and that MVP is, that Warren Buffett. I mean, can we say it's both the Snapfire on the side of, I'm not sure what the name was, who played. Bukake
Bandit. Yeah, Bukake Bandit plays
and Warren Buffett, that little cheeky play. Talk about top 10 Dota WTF moments, Woof. Ooh, beautiful work. Good game, boys. Beer pressure takes it out. Get on the beers every time.
Yeah, I was about to say, the MVP's the beers that Warren Buffett had.
MVP's the beers we drank along the way.
You don't have to play your hero when you press R and you disappear for a good 10 seconds.
Plenty of time to have a sip. But well played to Boars. A well-deserved victory. Very, very well played. Getting all over the map and playing at a pace which Tool Gaming hopes that one day we'll be able to do. Very, very smart plays. And I think that's probably it for the night, I presume.
Unless there's a game 2. Isn't that a best of 3 they were saying?
They were, but the question is whether or not they can squeeze it in. The question has been asked by Tool Gaming that we might be going, look, let's do it. We're going to drop straight into game 2. So I'm going to use this opportunity to quick get a drink.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll be back shortly.
Well, all alone. I finally murdered Dan. It happened. Got sick of his shit. Talking all the time. His big shoes on. And now I'm finally in control. It's all down to me. Unfortunately, I'm also not as upbeat as Dan, so I can't do all the intro shit. So I'm just going to talk about the game as I see it. 2 Gaming is banning Zeus and Centaur. I think they've identified that Centaur is a pain in the fucking ass, and it keeps getting picked. Let's throw Mufasa off what seems to be a comfort hero in the last couple of games. Bloodseeker and Underlord. I guess... I mean, those are 2 painful heroes to play against, but I'm not sure that those are ban-worthy in the first round. Have to see what they're going for. 2 Gaming need to pick something more up-tempo from last time. There's so many cooldown locks. Speaking of up-tempo, there's no long cooldown spells on this hero. And it's got wave clear, stun, unreliable, but a stun at least. You can catch people with this. It's probably going to be a Nick hero. Yeah. Don't think anybody else. I don't think someone will play Jakira, and Rob doesn't play in this iteration of 2 Gaming, so I think it's a Nick hero. I can't remember whether they picked the Centaur or the Snapfire first, but I think I might pick up the Snapfire now. Yep. So that's Bakake Bandit's hero. He's the captain, he picks his own one first. As far as support matchup goes, I don't think they're really trying to outplay the other one. It kind of depends on whether Jakiro is the 4 or the 5. Snapfire 4 is usually the way they play it. And if it is a Nikiro, these supports will be against each other, and I think Snapfire does play better against Jakiro, unless you like level Little Shredder. And Rasta. It's a push strat. I think I can hear Dan coming back to life.
No, man, I got a fucking mince pie in my mouth. So you could go.
Well, I talked about having murdered you, but you've clearly come back. It's been 3 days.
The Lord has risen.
Yeah.
Just how much worse would like religion be if Jesus made his religion. If he made his entrance just being like, I hate what's going on, dudes. This is a fucking banger of a mince pie.
He appears before the apostles because he has a conversation with 2 guys who are like, did you hear this Jesus Christ guy's dead? They don't know that it's Jesus talking to them. And then he like goes and has dinner with them at their house. So he's like, I just imagining him now being just like in the middle of just going, yeah, fucking sucks, dude. And then suddenly he does his radiant thing, I'm Jesus. And they go, holy shit, but he's still got a mince pie in his mouth.
He's doing the thing where he's like, what I'm doing right now, which is taking a bite out of the mince pie, then looking at it reverently, like, oh shit, this is out of control. Having a conversation about some real shit at the same time, like, yeah, well, you know, fuck Rome, you know what I mean? How's the draft going so far? Looks like we've got a few bands coming out. Respect banning themselves. Fuck Zeus, they say. Fuck Zeus. Worst hero.
They don't trust themselves not to pick it. I don't know.
I think we're going to see a more traditional POS 1 out of 2 Gaming this time.
Yeah, something that can take the game over a bit more. And I don't actually think the slider was that bad in that game. I just don't feel like the draft helped.
Yeah, so break it down for us, analyst Matt. What do you feel were the holes in 2 Gaming's draft last game?
They needed to pick a different pair of supports, but I'm okay with both Silencer support and I'm okay with Undying support. It's just one of those 2 heroes needs to be something else.
Right, okay. You need something with a bit of catch. Mm-hmm. You need something which can be a little bit more of a problem. Which those are both those heroes feel like sieves, right? You can just run straight past them.
Yep. And they also had kind of countered the Undying with the Centaur. You couldn't like Tombstone did nothing that game. Like it wasn't even a spell. Little Shredder,
of course. You know, you think about that.
And Little Shredder counters it too. So, but this game, there's catch. There's 2 supports that do a bit more, and
I mean, talk about lane support, right? Jakiro, one of the strongest lane supports in the game, and Shadow Shaman, highest base damage in the game, big fucking deny potential. I hope we see that in action.
And however,
Pushing power.
greedy supports. Both these two are fairly greedy. They both kind of need a fair amount of levels. Jakiro less so than Rasta, but Rasta does really, really, really need levels. So I hope they put the Rasta 4 and send the Jakiro top because he can do less with no items and no XP.
I do like the response, though, to this initial opening gambit by Tool Gaming. Because if you're looking at purely those two heroes, you think to yourself, well, there's a bit of fucking push there, boys. There's a bit of push coming out on that side. Maybe we should get rid of that Visage. We don't want to get tempoed out of the game. Did they lose that? I don't think they did, but they've played against the Visage, right?
Yes, they have. I think they lost against the Visage game. I'm pretty sure that was in one of the first couple of games.
Back in the day where Tool Gaming would win.
Yeah, they've definitely bleed now.
Mm-hmm. They've broken their spirit. I reckon we're a few losses away from giving up entirely. Boys, we'll see. The boys need to kick up the arse. We'll see how it goes. The Dragonaut ban comes out.
Yeah, fuck that.
Troll ban. Explain that one for me.
I honestly don't know.
Explain the machinations of a madman.
Unless they're picking it, unless they're banning it because they've gone, we don't want heroes, pos ones that can solo carry the game. Because Joel's been a problem in a lot of those losses. So
True.
Perhaps they're thinking, okay, what position 1 heroes can just 1v5 us? And that's one of them.
I think the controlling the snap was also one of those heroes that was so effectual in so many different ways last game that picking it first is a good way to see the draft, I think, for Boars too.
It's a good flex pick. 3 positions it can play in, so
yeah, it'd be interesting to see it mid. I'd really want to see it mid, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Mars and Snapfire, though, of course, immediate synergy with a big team fight.
Yeah,
potential.
Very nice picks. You trade. It's a little bit of a pain playing Mars into Jakiro, but you make up for it. They should just pick
more heroes who throw shit into the pit, because at the moment I'm seeing Macro Pie going into the pit, Shadow Shaman dropping his stuff, the Snapfire ulti at the same time. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. Ogre Magi, again, probably going to be played by Carry. Some comfort picks there. Good, strong lane supports. Definitely did the job of being able to catch and control.
Ogre Magi is a bit of a feast of famine one, though.
And they're, again, true. But again, they're looking at, again, a tanky lineup here. Nice and chunky. Plenty of HP to get through.
Run at your heroes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what the response is. Bristle. How do you feel about that?
I would have preferred a Nakes, tell you that much.
Yeah, interestingly...
Nakes is really good against all these heroes at the moment.
It would have been pretty good last game, right, as well. I'm not crazy when I said that.
No, Nakes would have been good last game too, yeah. Although, they needed a catch, so picking Nakes... Like, it was good against their heroes, it just didn't synergize with their own team. But Nakes is good against Mars.
Are the team fights going to last long enough for Bristleback to be a problem?
Probably not, actually. When you have, if you get your theory crafted ideal initiation offs, Mars popping up, Arena, Snapfire Ultimate, Spear, God's Rebuke. Shit's just dying, yeah.
I mean, Bristle is hopefully. I mean, it does. There's an anti-mage.
Hey, they let it through. It got picked.
There we go. I mean, plenty of room to think about what you want to capture and counter that. You do already have quite a bit of catch, but
you've moved your microphone again, Dan.
Ah, sorry, man. I'm drifting. I wanted to move my microphone before I am.
I thought it was a mince pie related.
Oh no, dude! I've finished the mince pies. There's no more. I'm very sad. I'm really fucking good at that.
Wolf down the mince pie.
Oh, you have no idea. What do you think if you're playing against an anti-mage here? You want something to lock it down, and the Faceless Void has already been banned, so that's the big and obvious one. Maybe there's no room for a Night Stalker pick anymore. What's the hero you need if you're worried purely about the anti-mage, which you shouldn't be? What's the hero you need as Tool Gaming here?
Well, they've kind of drafted themselves into a little bit of a corner here because they've picked Bristleback, and our anti-mage got picked. So Bristleback isn't a hero. you can't put him off lane and pick something else for your position 1. If you go Bristleback position 1, you've got a Bristleback position 1. And I don't think that goes late enough. Okay. I get. This is okay. I can.
Gives you the sense to push him back. Can't close the distance himself.
I can live with this so far.
It only lasts until a certain point, though. Right?
I just yeah, and also Manta style gets rid of it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
It's just that I don't see how this Bristleback has a game at all. Snapfire goes like Little Shredder level 1, and you just never. And Anti-Mage trades with you, and you just like never go near the lane.
Well, can you throw him somewhere else, right? Can you throw him mid?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. If you put him position 1, where else does he go? He has to go position 1, but now you got a Drow, so you can't do that. Do you can put him middle and put Drow middle? I don't know.
I've seen crazier things, right? But
Bristleback position 1 is a bit of a thing, but it's like I don't think it cuts it this game.
10 seconds remaining.
The Viper
5 seconds remaining.
ban is a bit weird too. I guess that's just like the Bristleback counter.
yeah, it's the break. You don't. Yeah,
but I feel like that's a bit wasted because your Bristleback's already like dumpstered by their picks. I don't know.
And if you're Boars, you're very aware of the push potential at this point, right? That's why you're getting rid of the Death Prophet. You're getting rid of stuff that can maybe out tempo this Anti-Mage.
Yeah, and Death
really,
Prophet's silence is another silence that Anti-Mage has to play around. So
Ember Spirit, interesting.
yeah, they do need to. Oh, okay, this is a bit better.
That's a tempo controller as well. Huskar's wants to get on a roll, right, and just move.
That's a lot better. So it's Simon on the Rasta, Jakiro position 5, Morgan position 1, Drow Ranger, Bristleback off lane, and Joel will go middle with the Huskar.
Correct. Yeah, correct. That's how I'm seeing that play out.
So that laning setup means that if Huskar has a game, this gets interesting. That's decent. That's decent against Huskar.
Can dodge, yeah.
Yep, you can trade. He's like one of the few heroes that can actually trade against you, because if he tries to go on you, press win run, and he can't put any more spears on you, and you use focus fire on him, and that's not magic damage. He's going to die quickly. That he can't toggle around it. So,
well, it should be an interesting game. How are you feeling about this draft against draft, Matt? Do you have money that we're going to be throwing down?
I like this a bit better. I like 2 games draft better than I did the first game. I was worried about it when it was Bristleback only, but with the other heroes, it makes a little more sense now. Windrunner means that Huskar's going to have a harder time than normal, but I feel like 2 again might have this one. I feel like this Huskar might have a game. He might pop off.
All right, well, let's see how it goes. This is going to be the second game in the best of 3, so we will find out if it's going to be a short series or if it's going to be stretching out into next week with the ultimate throwdown. Could you introduce the teams for me, Matt? I quickly need to step away.
All right, well, we have playing position 2 for the first time in the series, I think, Joel, Shaky McSpear on Huskar. We have Nick, Bad Boy, on Jakiro. We have Morgan Cave, MJC, on the Drow Ranger. Bristleback being played by Brent, with Simon, the Big Papa, New Papa, on Rasta. And then on Boars, we have Anti-Mage, played by Warren Buffett. Mars, played by Mufasa. Mufasa! Say it again!
Mufasa! I'm back.
Charo, Ogre Magi, Windrunner, the Mac Dogma, the myth, man, the myth, the legend, Bukake Bandit, playing his signature Snapfire.
Well, he had such game impact last time on the Snapfire, right? This was such a decisive hero at controlling the lanes in the team fights. So you can imagine he's feeling good, he's feeling comfortable, and hey, you're not banning it, I'm playing it. That's just how
there's a bit of a run at the
bit of sauce going up top. He didn't get blink first. He got mana break, so they know they're controlling this rune. The first 2 runes up top definitely going to be going to the side of 2 or gaming, whereas down bottom it's going to be a little bit of a harder thing for Morgan on the Drow Ranger, potentially getting caught, getting slapped, turning around, starting to get some damage back onto Bukake Bandit, but
they should keep going.
Not going to be chasing them uphill, I don't think. It's probably going to go back into the lane and settle in for a nice, warm laning phase. You know, it's a Tuesday night. You're feeling, what could go right now? Just a solid 10 minutes hitting creeps. How does that sound? Does that sound good to you, Matt? Lovely. I can think of nothing better. The block goes off fairly evenly in mid lane. Somehow managing to land perfectly. The first deny going to the side of the Wind Ranger. Always you know how those first few denies can control the tempo of the match? Never mind. Meanwhile, Brent going in hard up top on Caro with viscous goo doing what he can to slow him down, getting a bit of damage.
Look at what goes on here. Look how little mana he's got already.
Immediately, what are you going to do? 2 hits? Good luck with that shit. We'll see how it all plays out. One more hit. One more. Ooh. Go down. What are you going to do?
Shit,
damage
just
very quickly.
Got smacked around the middle lane or something. I don't know what happened.
Just a power shot, yeah?
Oh, bottom lane. Holy shit.
Bot lane. First blood goes to the Drow Ranger there.
Wonder what happened there.
No idea. No idea. No, they need instant rewind. We'll see how it goes. Huskar now has the Berserker's blood, so he's fine. He'll be comfortable.
Actually, they both got level 2 now, so Windrunner, she hasn't put a point in anything yet.
There you go. Get in the wind run. The necessary tool to keep you in lane. Do what you can.
That's Joel's window closed now for a little bit.
Another power shot getting nice and low, and the wind run comes in.
Shit,
pushing up. One more hit. No, she's got mana for the power shot in a few seconds. Gonna guess. Doing it, but Joel reads correctly and gets out of there just in time.
That's his perspective. Oof.
What you gotta do.
Bottom lane. Nixon, big trouble here.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna get chased down, speared. Oh, just misses the tree. That was close. And both managed to get out of there. Of course, Morgan appreciating the chance to get a little bit of farm there, unattended. That's, always nice. Getting a little bit closer to 6 where you're just a little bit more self-sufficient on that Drow.
They've stopped the pull down here too. That timing is pretty good because now Nick can't pull this lane out. Look how far this is pushing it. 2 range creeps plus the tower.
Oh yeah, I mean, just lean into it at this point, I guess. Get it all the way in. Meanwhile, Brent has he's got a Mango in reserve, sitting on no mana as anticipated. There's really nothing that you can do.
Simon's doing a good job bullying this anti-mage though.
He's spending all his mana wisely. He's getting up there, punching him as hard as he can, doing what he can to really make Warren Buffett's life a little bit harder, but there's not much he can do. Morgan having a pretty comfortable time just right-clicking the hell out of Mufasa on that Mars. Oof. Spear goes down, managed to get the deny on the range creep, and things are going well. A little bit of a pull happening by Nick on the side there. Oh, the cookie goes out, catching the Drow Ranger, turning around, silencing, kicking him back, managing to get a stack off at the same time, and salving up.
With all that crap that was there, how the hell did that stack?
Interestingly enough, despite the lack of mana, Brent sitting on the top of the last hits and denies here, with 10 for 4. He's doing pretty well in lane, all things considered, given that he cannot cast spells. So that's pretty good. All things considered, you're coming out feeling pretty good if you're managing to land the plane on that one. But
there's what's he got on his career? What's his Wraith Band? Okay, so he'll catch up a little bit here. He'll get his CS from this tower. We're going on Ogre though.
We're looking at potentially getting a little bit of source. A couple of snots come out. The shackles go down, but we don't really have any damage left. And he's popped both of the mangoes. He's only got I don't know if we do have a kill potential there. Though. I suppose if you pop the mangoes, may as well spend the mana. With Bakake coming towards mid, doing what he can to source this Huskar a bit, but it's not going to turn into a kill. Just making sure that 4-minute rune does get secured. See, this is some amazing support out of Bakake. As you said, I would love to see this in that mid game. So look at that. That 4-minute rune is definitely yours. No worries at all. Getting a stack off when he's not just power shotting the wave, doing what he can to maximize his farms in that mid lane. Not content to just sit pretty.
So if I lead the lane, I get Kirk going, oh no, I'm dead here.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the inflection. Might have a courier snipe down here. No, we're not. He's going to turn instead and go for that stack. Morgan feeling pretty comfortable, approaching that level 5, which when you are Drow Ranger, the closer you do get to that level 6, suddenly, again, as I was saying earlier, you feel a lot more confident. You're going to be able to start bullying this Mars out of lane in a way that you currently can't. He's kind of just sitting here, trading experience, saying, hey, get away from my lane. That's mine. I'm going to keep going. Oh, that's right. Eat the spear. I don't give a fuck. And force the... Oh, is he going to cancel? Oh, no way. That was so close. 5-minute runes going to the side of Boars. Bukake managing to just jump out the side there, doing a little cheeky play.
I'm surprised this Mars hasn't picked up an extra, like a value point in Bulwark in this lane. I feel like that just makes it so much easier down here. He's gone 2 spear.
I mean, he's maxing out the amount of damage he can put out. He does want to be able to burst, and potentially there is a kill threat on Drow prior to 6, right? Potentially, but obviously it's not really going to go
I think
that way.
in this lane you max the spear because God's Rebuke is usually your. Oh, hang on, it might be.
Here we go, a bit of slow is all he needs. Again, not quite 6 yet. The spear lands to kick him back. It's really just knocking him back down.
Played.
And Bukake on the Snapfire, doing what he can to really push him out of the way. Keeping out of harm's way. You know, he's playing the hero very well. He's doing what he can to really, with only 2 levels, he's been all over the map and affected a couple of lanes here, so doing a fantastic job. Meanwhile, in mid, Huskar has hit his 6, and despite the fact that the Windrunner does have potential to survive in this lane, not quite enough against Huskar. Is just one of those lane dominators you really don't want to play against. I'm so glad they don't pick it at our level, Matt. I'm so glad.
It's a bit of a it's a hero that I think a lot of people get intimidated by and don't play as aggressive as they could. Like they remember all those times that when Huskar is level 5 and he's just fucking top to bottom you with spears, and then assume that that's the way he is at level 1, and then you just get frightened.
Well, exactly. It's the same thing as playing against something like a Timber, right? Where, as you say, but before level 3, just run at him. He's weak. Just punch him in his stupid face. But it is one of those things, if you don't, and then you do start doing that at level 4, and then you're dying, you start feeling, ugh, I shouldn't have done that. I should be scared of the hero.
Know where the power spikes are.
That's it, man. Got to play the game for another few years, apparently, and work it out. Up top lane, looks like things are still going fairly well. Again, very surprised with Brent on this Bristle, managing to get as much as he is out of this lane. Of course, not really slowing down the anti-mage at this point, but he's getting plenty of farm out of it himself. Oh, forcing that blink back. You know, he's playing the hero well, I have to say.
He's got full sticks.
Fear.
He's got full stick charge. You can maybe even bait this.
Thinking about it. He wants to jump up there, but not all the way. I am just hitting 6 there. And the Kake Bandit rotating back around to mid.
Just counterspelled the snot. That's pretty funny. He's just a big green gob go backwards and forwards.
Morgs with the Drow Ranger sitting pretty comfortably at the top of the chart, getting some really good farm off at the start of this game. He's feeling pretty good, I'm going to say.
Mufasa's not had a good lane down here. He's feeling a little poor.
He's been bullied. He's been bullied hard, and Morgan has been making it his life's work to keep him at the bottom of that net worth chart if he can. Going straight for his treads.
He's got Arena up now, though, so things can get a bit more interesting.
I do wonder. It's going to be hard to imagine him having the mana as he is being forced to use Spear just to bully him back when Mars decides, when Morgs decides to go on him, but we'll see how it goes.
Ship out a couple of mangoes, Snapfire cookies your Arena. Easy peasy.
Warren Buffett sitting on 200 health. He knows he has Counterspell. He knows he's got Blink. He's slippery, but it is tempting if you're that Shadow Shaman, just be like, I just got to get that fucking shackle off. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, that's the
Huskar going in on mid, going straight for Snapfire, who immediately runs back, baits straight into the Windrunner, who was waiting for that moment. Pops the ult. He's going to turn around. Is he going to get the kill? Evan is going to kill, and Huskar survives. Oh, and gets burst down. Big TP from the Big Papa himself, but does manage to turn it into another kill. But still, very well played. At the same time, Mufasa going down bottom. So these lanes starting to look a little better for 2L Gaming than it did last game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Is under attack.
That was sitting comfortably on 44 to 11 last hits and denies. That's a pretty good start. Definitely a pretty good start. What you need in this lineup to get ahead of that anti-mage is your really only option to get a foothold in this game is to be ahead for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So good luck.
They need to put next wave, start getting this tower back. Let this push out now. Maybe do a single pull to double up the wave, and then with the catapult, you go on the next one. You get that tower, I think.
You're talking about up top, sorry?
No, bottom.
Bottom,
with
right.
Drow and Nick goes pulls the 45-second wave, get the double up with the catapult.
And then push
and
straight in,
tower,
yeah. Looks like Bristle might be in a lot of trouble here. Very close to 6, choosing the inopportune time to chase forward on that anti-mage. Is forced to blink back, but though there are 2 supports sitting there, keen to fight him. You are a Bristle, but you're not quite as tanky as you were hoping. The stuns are enough. Is he going to be good enough? Oh, the burst is almost there.
Regen.
One more hit, and he's dead.
No, regen.
Oh, he managed to just survive. Walks in with the shackles, big balls on Simon. Managed to just, disrupt it. Be like, what are you going to do, mate? What are you going to do? I got them shackles. You can't fuck with me. And bot tower's going down, almost 50% HP. At the same time, Windrunner being forced to run back, forcing a port out of Snapfire with Huskar, with DD pushing in hard, looking like we aren't going to quite get 2 kills, but man, he's dominating the hell out of that mid lane, forcing the Ogre Magi coming in.
Might die. Oh, that's close.
He's thinking about it. He knows the other 2 heroes are low. He's definitely within life break range. He's just going to force him out with some traditional right-clicking, doing what he can.
Traditional
push
right.
those heroes back. Traditional, none of that new wave shit, Matt. We gotta be on the freshest, the oldest, I should say, forms of right clicks. Fort goes out for this Drow Ranger down bottom. Doesn't want to let him get the right click, but it's gonna be a hard thing. You've got a Jakiro and a Drow. There it goes.
Nostradamus, Crystal Ball, Siege Creep Wave. They kill the tower.
All right, man.
I'm made up for my Juggernaut can do anything he wants. Go in the previous game.
Hey, I still had the sniper pick, I feel like we're 2 for 1 here, man. We'll see how we go. Again, Morgan off to a fantastic start on the Drow Ranger. He's almost got his dragon, his hurricane. What's it called? The hurricane pike thing. You know the one.
The range part.
Yes, dragon something.
Lance.
Oh, we've got a defensive arena having to go down with Morgan running his face into the wall. Come on, just come close to me. Just come close to me. And now forcing a bit of rotation now.
I'm unsure if the split shot goes through the walls of the arena if you're outside it.
Well, because it's a spell, right? Like, technically it should, but
I don't think they count as right clicks, because I don't think they apply any of your buffs besides the Frost Arrow buff.
Bit of action happening potentially on Huskar here, looking for globs plus a shackle, and disarm goes in. He needs to actually be able to get a few hits off, otherwise, yeah, he was dead one way or the other. A good combination there, and that got Snap a nice level and a half worth of experience, and helping close the gap in net worth between the 2 mids here. With Morgan and Huskar sitting on the top of the net worth chart. Unfortunately, Nick loses another courier, and that had the tome on it. He just wanted to be level 7, man. Come on, just let me have level 7. We do have Serpent Wards, and I know Simon wants to throw it down, though we do have 3 heroes as well. It's the position 4 and 5.
They know, and they're trying to pretend like they don't. There we go.
Good shackle start, following it up with the Ice Path, getting a little bit close. They've got a few down. This has got to be a dead Snapfire. He's got the mana for a cookie, but it's not quite enough. The burst from Quills is enough to burst him, and really, they can just walk up and drop the wards on the tower. That's probably what I'd be doing at this point. They've left the mid lane free, so you gotta do
They
what you
almost pretended like they didn't know she was there well enough, and they didn't get her at all, because they all started walking away. They're like, we don't know you're there.
Like, wait, someone should stay, right? Someone should stay.
Yeah, someone should actually. Maybe one of us is going to actually kill us.
No, we'll see how it goes. Are we going to see a focus fire going down on mid? Probably as soon as this fort finishes, I presume. There it is. We're going to start bursting that mid tower down, though. Brent going straight back in there, and I imagine Huskar won't be too far behind him. Oh, no, it's going to be Simon on the Shadow Shaman. 2 versus 2 heroes. 3, I should say, actually, as Kara walks forward.
Simon needs to fly himself out regen, but he's so close to his mana boots, he's just like...
Oh, yeah, I know the
this
feeling.
This is the worst. Oh, he's just got the money. Something
happened. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, the tower died. He's got it.
Well, that feeling of like, I mean, if I just hold on for another 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And your friend's like, can you give I didn't matter. It's, yeah.
I've been burned by that too many times that I just fucking buy the regen now.
I remember every single time. Yeah, we've got a big smoke rotation down a Drow. He's so dead. So dead. Morgan thinking he had the advantage there. Is the stun gonna allow? Yes, it does. I mean, he almost gets out of there.
That was an ambitious teleport, Morgan.
It almost paid off.
In the middle of an arena with a bar.
The man has, don't make any assumptions about this player. That's all I'm saying. He's going to surprise you top to bottom. Shadow Shaman with an illusion rune, just helping push up that mid with the Ogre Magi and the Bristleback, making themselves pretty heavily known. We're going to push this tower. You guys are going to have to respond to this. Give our Drow a little bit more space when she comes up. At the same time, Huskar's relocated up top and decided, I'm going to make this anti-mage's life a living hell. I'm just going to sit up here, make sure he doesn't feel comfortable because you don't have a rotation available down bottom because we still have a tower, my dude. Let's really weaponize that top lane presence. Fight's actually going pretty well for the side of Boars. Simon getting off an important shackle, but it's only slowing down the inevitable. Huskar's here now. He's got a bunch of health ready to be spent, but Ooh, it's a bit uncertain which way you're going to be going. A few low heroes. Huskar going to start pressing the tower.
10 seconds on
Multicast
wards.
goes off. Yeah, that's got to be the go, right? He's still sitting around. What are you going to do? I've got an armlet. You know, your boy can toggle. And everything's ready to go. Wards are up, clearing this wave. He's going to run forward and drop it. Do they have fort available? They do not. So it's going to be a dead tower one way or the other. The question is, can we save it for that tier 2? Nah, no dice for that shit. Do what they can to try and keep it back. He's got to target the wards on the tower, though. They are hitting the siege creep. There we go. And he's going to look for the deny, and guaranteed to the side of 2 War Gaming. And this has all been buying Morgan some much needed, well, not much needed, he had a good start, but some space. Keeping up with this anti-mage is going to be important, especially as he's only about 700 gold away from that thing. You know the thing. The one... The item that cleave. Battle Fury. There we go. That's right.
Battle Fury.
Battle Fury on the Drow. Big item. He's getting pretty close to it, as I can only imagine we're not going to be seeing Morgan ahead of this anti-mage for that much longer. There's not much you can really do to keep up at this point. You're going to start fighting with your team is probably the go, I think.
I think, well, she should relocate top, start shoving it in. The physical damage against the anti-mage is pretty good. She can deal shitloads to anti-mage. So it's a bit of a pain to try and play against her at the start. He needs another item, I think, before he stands in lane against her.
Oof, sorry, my dad is freaking out. Give me a second.
It's okay.
Here we go, we're back. I'm back, here we go. So what's happened in the last 20 seconds, man? What did I miss?
Farming.
Just farming? Oh, that's the best part. that's you know, that's the way it goes, right? You right click the creeps in the jungle, and then you know things happen. They do, yeah. It's
20 gold.
It's a good trade, really.
20 gold away from the Battle Fury. It's anti-mage.
But he's been bullied out of the lane. That's got to be rough. He's sitting there in the trees. He's gonna go for it. Come on, just one more sneaky free. I'll be fine. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, give me that shit.
Hey, there we go.
And he's flying it out ASAP.
Oh,
At the same time,
fuckers.
big fight down at the bottom. Just look at this fucking anti-mage. The wall goes down, and it's going to be a dead Drow Ranger again. Another ambitious port out of Drow, trying the best to get out of there. 3 for
Yeah, what happened
nil.
down there?
Well, it was the arena which went down, and it was immediately followed up by the Snapfire ults, as well as a Windrunner who came down and just burst the ever-living shit out of the Drow Ranger. Solo smoked by Joel, turning around saying, alright, you're going to kill our pos 1, I'm going to try to kill yours. See what you can do. Doesn't quite have a lot of mana at this point. Got the ultimate dream team, although is Huskar just going to sit in Roche? Yeah, okay, he's just going to go for the Roche.
Yeah, because if you go up on this anti-mage, you just blink away. You life break him and he blinks
but also,
away. So.
Look, and he doesn't have enough mana, he's fine, you know.
Dude, Joel's getting spanked a little here. Okay, how good's your armor toggling?
Yeah, this is going to be the real shit.
Oh no.
DD Rune in the river.
This is stressing me out.
Is he gonna get bashed? Oh, not good enough. Not good enough. It was a nice try, but unfortunately gets slapped for that. The ping goes out. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is he dead? What's going on? The DM question mark coming out in chat. Fair enough. And there goes another spell. Spell shield on the snot. What are you gonna do? Scan goes out. Just double checking to make sure he's not still on there. Smoke from Simon and Nick there.
Did they see
rotating
it?
up around. He's not playing like he did. Doing what he can, although he's going to get popped before he walks up here. This is going to be a blink away. Oh, straight to the creep wave though.
Whoa.
Has he been seen? He's going to run straight at him. And he's popped the spell shield nice and early. He might be able to catch him with the shackles, though unfortunately missed Ice Path. And there's another blink. He's going to be straight on out of there.
On Drow Ranger.
Drow Ranger getting absolutely smashed in the... no, absolutely fine. Joel going straight in on that Ogre Magi. Free and easy kill. Burns down. No worries. Happy days. Ice Pass comes in from the back, trying to catch that Snapfire. But a Snot goes out. Pins him to the wall. And I think there might be... Oh, is he going to be in range of the shackles? He's pretty slow. He's got him. And Joel goes straight in on top of that. Huskar tries to get knocked back by the Mars, but nothing can be done. The gank that never stops ganking. At the same time, Windrunner, however, getting that tier 2 down bottom. It's going to be...
She topped the
no
bottom
fort.
there.
Yeah, there's no fort.
Yeah, they already did it.
Down. It's up. It's up.
Oh, no.
Morgan is going to go for the tonight. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite.
Oh, she got the Windrun off just before that. Oh, okay.
Oh, now Morgan's dead. Oof, that's a painful port going down by yourself and losing for it. I thought he was porting again for a second there.
Alright.
not quite.
What did we learn? What have I been saying constantly? Stop porting to your fucking safe lane tower. Please.
Dangerous game,
Exhibit
that's for
A.
sure. But at the same time, we're getting plenty done in the mid lane on 2 World Gaming, turning around into the mid tier 2, which, yeah, tier 2 is important, but that mid tier 2 really opens the map up for you if you're on the
makes
side of
Anti-Mage's game
yeah.
pretty difficult. Because he has to worry about this mid tier 1 being up as well as the mid tier 2 on his side being dead. It gives them so much opportunity to invade up in this direction, to invade up in that direction, to go down here. Like, they have lots of defense.
Worst, yeah, I mean, like realistically, because they can go around here on the map, or they can go around there, or they can just really punch straight down the middle, and then if they get there, they'll just do straight
Do that
into
all
the
over
well.
the ancient?
Yeah, it's amazing. Warren Buffett really starting to take off though. He's nearly 9,000 net worth. He's 1,000 net worth or so ahead of the Huskar. And while Morgan had such an excellent start on the Drow Ranger, it's pretty hard to keep up, as we were saying earlier on. Farming is a challenging task, I think. You probably don't want to sit back and farm. I mean, what do you do in this? What's the right play, Master Matthew? What do we actually do to solve this problem?
What's the right play is Matthew working out how he's turned off the fucking fog. How do I put the fog? How do I put the right fog on?
I know there's a hotkey for it. No idea what it is though.
I had unbound it somehow. I'm just gonna put
fair
it
enough.
around.
Huskar and the Bristleback going for this. Going for this Roshan. Looks like it is going to be falling pretty quickly, and they're not quite sure what's happening though. Looks like Bakaka has a little bit of a suspicion. There's something going on here. You know, could be. Not sure. Going to be too late either way. With the rest of Boars playing down bottom, making sure that bot lane's pushed in nice and tight. With,
Okay, alright. So now we're back in the game. Morgan needed to be up here doing this.
And he's
About
caught him
10
out,
years
big
ago.
silence, and he needs one more proc. Is he going to get it? He doesn't get it. Although Joel straight in there. Oh, and he gets it with the AoE. Good shit. That was got to be just on the tip of that, though, man. Wow, that was close.
Now, that needed to happen like fucking 5 minutes ago.
Ah, man. Mary just worked out that Sean Connery died. All right. What are we doing? We are probably defending this push mid, it looks like. That's probably what's going to happen, right? Or they're going to trade the tower. They do have wards, so they probably don't need to commit everyone to get that top tower, right?
Yeah, they can bring heroes back.
And he's going to walk straight up there. There goes the fort. On the side of
Both forts are
Radiant.
down now.
That's going straight in. That top tower is airing very fast.
Oh,
We've got a
Windrunner's
Windrunner coming
hell
here.
here.
Oh, here he goes. Been caught. Has been seen, and Huskar's caught him. The Windrunner's already been spent. The silence goes out. He's going to be able to close the distance. He
Oh,
does
hang on.
manage to. Oh, and he gets to shackle off. Not quite enough. Huskar does manage to just survive. Oh my god.
Magic resist.
Mars off on the right, standing right in the middle. Beautiful positioning here out of Morgan Cave, standing in the middle of the wards. What are you going to do?
That is pretty good.
That's beautiful. And Huskar does still manage to survive again, getting plenty of damage off.
Oh man, Anti-Mage is fucking showing up to this. Whoa.
Boars managing to get out there while Huskar continuing to go. He doesn't want to fucking stop. He gets the disarm off. He's going to get yet another kill. Stopping to target the anti-mage immediately, knowing that the kill was going to happen regardless. Very well played out of Joel. No fucks given. Look at this shit. Diving the tier 3 at 23 minutes. It might have
With
been a mistake.
300 health.
May have
He's
been
got a lot
mistake.
of regen with this,
This constant armlet toggle. Wow, they're just pushing. Here we go. The anti-mage isn't online, really ready to fight. He has
he's
to
not.
split push. This is going to be a lost Rax. He can't really defend it. Mars does have Arena again. He can come in and try to defend it. Windrunner is keen as well. That's really the only option to win this fight, is to burst that Huskar.
she has
But
focus fire, but
doesn't look like they're going to be doing it. It's probably too late. That goes the Rax at 24 minutes. A very decisive suite of plays by 2 Will Gaming there to really get what they can out of the map here. Big stun
no.
going off. Immediately Huskar manages
Good
to stay out of
arena,
the thing.
good arena.
Huskar's going to go down, but he does have the Aegis. He's looking to come back up. That's why I was playing with so many balls. Jakiro managed to get out of there. Mufasa dying in the back line, and Joel
remember the
coming
focus
straight
fire
back in.
persists through Aegis.
Oh shit, did not
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that, and there it goes. He's going to manage to just
Oh,
survive. Big hex out of Simon McDowell there,
Cookie's
managing
not
to turn around, and Morgan just getting the damage off, turning it into a dead Snapfire, and that's another set of racks.
Black Dogma.
Anti-Mage
One
going
shot,
straight for the
one
tier
opportunity,
3.
and he let it slip.
Warren Butt going straight for the tier 3. The question is, can he can't racks past them, that's for sure. Do you drop the wards on tier 3 bottom, go for the megas?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no,
they've decided.
need a tier 2. They've decided to defend it. They're not going to lose us out of racks.
Woo, okay, game got interesting now.
Cigarette, tasteless me. The Anti-Mage, though, did get quite a bit out of that, but the net worth swing is pretty massive over the last few
Hasn't got
minutes.
Manta. He needs this Manta to fight now.
Oh, man, and he's, still about 1,000 gold away from it. That's, yeah, maybe 800. It's not that long, all things considered. He's going to walk straight into the heroes, though, and oh my god, that's an unfortunate blink. Oh, and that slowed him down again, back down to about 900 to 1,000 gold away from that Mantis style.
Yeah, that Huskar was dead as well after the Aegis. Like stepped back just for a second. He flinched just when
he cool guys, man. Like we've all done it. We've all done it, but that is a painful thing, especially when it's a fucking Huskar of all heroes.
Yeah, and they don't lose that Rax if he does that. It's so close.
Man, that's rough. We've all been there. I feel like Joel playing Huskar was a direct response to watching that Juggernaut be low and survive, and he thought, that's pretty good.
A big low and survive. Yeah, it sounds fun. I might try a hero that can do that.
And the push continues. They're not slowing down. Going straight for this tier 2 down bottom. Get everything you can possibly. Double damage rune has been pinged out by Nick. The question is, do they come back for it, or do they push up into the high ground? They've got nearly a minute and a half for it despawn, so they're just going to say, we're going up to the tier 3. You guys are going to have to come back to this. No room on the map for you. I don't care. It doesn't mean shit. Here goes the wards. They go down. The port and fort are happening. The Windrunner coming in from the back line. Though, again, the Mars still out of position. Oh, he has got the port off, sorry. He's got a DD rune. He's coming in. He's going to drop the arena, but can you do much to stop this tower going down? It feels like if the wards will focus on the tower, it'd be done. Morg's popping the BKB. The arena goes down. Huskar, very, very low, getting pinned to the back wall. He manages to get popped super, super quickly. Suddenly, they don't have any damage left. They've lost their Drow. They've lost their Anti-Mage, their Huskar and the Jakiro, and all 4 heroes going down. And unfortunately, that's not a dead tower.
Mars hit them back walls.
He's got him hard, man. So what went wrong with that fight, Matt?
They all stood next to each other right where Mars could put one arena down, catch all of them. And they were all going to die to Snapfire also. Yeah.
He did also have a DD rune, right? That's got to change. Does that apply to Bulwark?
It applies to the God's Rebuke. Because God's Rebuke scales with your attack damage.
I am just typing 1 second. Fill the air, Matt. Give me some air to fill.
Roche is... I can't read this thing. I don't understand how the hell this Roche timer works. I don't know if this is like soon to be up.
I mean, it's actual fucking Dark Arts, though. Like, realistically. There's no way to actually interpret it. There's dots, it's the... Okay, that dot means it's 12 minutes. I mean, they could have just made it a fucking text
Or I can just mouse over the Roshan bit that's at the bottom that says Roshan may respawn in 1 minute 32. Okay, so it could respawn then.
And then the maximum time in which it can respawn is up the top, right? So it's between 8 and 12 minutes, right? Right?
Yeah, so I know when you take the Roche timer, you do 3-minute intervals, I think.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
5 minutes and then...
Yep, alright, well, that makes sense. There's the 8-minute timer. Well, we'll see. If it's a fast respawn on the Roche, it's going to be a faster game for them to finish out. But again, losing that fight and not managing to close the game out is a bit of a challenge. This Anti-Mage is now starting to get a little bit of space on the map. He's now can afford his Manta style. Different game. Right? He can get away from the silence. He can kill the Drow. And they know they need to kill the Drow. They did it last fight. They're going to do it again.
Yeah, usually...
Drow's looking. Drow's hunting. He doesn't quite have the Manta yet. This is a chance for a kill. He doesn't quite know if there's any other heroes around. He's waiting to... Oh, he's seen him... They've seen that rotation, right? They did see that rotation.
I saw that.
He just got the Manta style. Let's see what happens.
If Simon goes in first...
Simon going in. He's found someone. Dropped it,
no!
And he gets to blink out. Ooh, not quite quick enough on those fingers, although Morgan chasing down, and he knows that he's stayed to farm, and his spell shield is back up.
No, they're pinging that. The Cargate Bandit saw that happening.
How? Oh, there was a wood up in the high ground. Beautiful, beautifully placed wood.
Yeah. And I think just spider senses as well tells you, dude, fucking get out of there.
Yeah.
Something's on there.
This is pretty bad. They're waiting on that Huskar. That Huskar illusion's waiting on the Roshan respawn, I should say. Getting pretty close. We're going to find out. It's going to be 2 minutes. It's going to be a very slow Roche. And losing an outpost down bottom, just to ensure that everyone gets a bit of experience. Fair enough. 30-minute runes. Every minute that passes, you know you're starting to feel a little less comfortable.
Huskar tried to life break the Windrunner. Oh. Fuck, he might be in trouble here. Yeah,
big multicast turning into a dead... Oh, not quite, although the globs are going to probably turn him around, throwing everything they've got on that Huskar to make sure he goes down. The silence on the Bristleback, and no more mana left. Morgan on the side with that Drow Ranger, though. He's been forced out. Walking around the long way. Shadow Shaman getting shackled, though. They've backed up at the wrong time. He's coming straight back in. Drow Ranger has got to come and save this Shadow Shaman. Potentially. Not really going to, though. The rest of the heroes playing together in a nice little tight ball. Not getting pulled off to the side, although Drow is kind of out of position. Trying to turn into a kill. No actual spike, although the Drow Ranger managing to turn around doesn't have the ability to counter this Windrunner, who's starting to control these fights in a very, very big way. The rest of the heroes managing to stick around just for that little bit too long, and there's now only a Bristleback and a Jakiro left, and they are being cleaned up. Game control swinging way back in the favor of Boars with these last two fights here. And it's just one of those, are you going to follow me? Well, no. I guess you can just hang out in our jungle if you want, man. I mean, really. Anti-Mage coming from the front line. Don't have any fucking mana left. Just gonna let him get the rune.
This is going to be funny, because they... There we go.
Okay, Focus Fire goes out there. That was a lot of quill stacks, right?
Yeah, this is dangerous.
Oh my god, he turns him around. Alright, he manages to get our kill. I mean, look, it wouldn't be right if it was just all that one-sided. You gotta even it out somehow if you can. And they're going back to farming. But again, next big item for that anti-mage is that Skadi again. Going straight for that Skadi again. Man likes to buy a Skadi. How do you feel about that? Obviously, this tanks you up. It's going to give you the little bit more catch, slow people down. Always nice.
Yeah, I just think Abyss was so good this game. Stops Huskar.
Gets through that BKB. Although maybe you feel like you don't need a BKB for because you already have the Focus Fire. Which is absolutely shredding Drow.
Yeah. You probably can get away with not having to deal with the Huskar because you have like the spells in your hero's toolkit on your team can do that. So you feel like your job is just to be unkillable, maybe, is what he's thinking.
Does Silver Edge or Shadowblade disjoint Focus Fire? It does, right? I presume they had vision that last fight. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you can't see, he can't attack you. But
look at the sentry coverage, I have to say. That's top tier. You aren't getting through there, Unseen. That's for sure. Now looking at this Roche, just respawned. Wow, man. Incredible timing.
Lucky bastards.
There's going to be a rotation or not. This is going to be a game-deciding Aegis, so I feel. If they manage to push the high ground with this, it's 2 or gamings. But if they do manage to repel with an Aegis, ooh, that's rough.
It's too late for them to go in.
I've seen everything. Question is, who gets it? Doesn't look like it's going to be Joel, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I would imagine that you couldn't burst the Huskar twice. Although, Focus Fire.
They almost did it already when they lost that Rax. They almost did it.
Yeah, true.
And Focus Fire does go for Aegis. So...
We'll see what happens. We've got Anti-Mage pushing down bottom, trying to get as much as he can possibly get done, but... It almost feels like even Megas wouldn't necessarily end the game here.
Well, I don't know if they've got enough for Megas yet. I feel like Megas is a pain.
You got a little bit of wave clear, but you're right.
They don't have enough damage yet on Anti-Mage and Mars. Are your 2 ways of dealing with Megas.
Scatterblast won't quite be helping. Looks like we're setting up for this push. It's going to be the big decision here. We got as much map control being exerted by Warren Buffett down here.
Yeah,
trying to get everything done, getting those lanes into position. If they fuck this up, it's going to be a big punishment. But Bristleback already on the high ground, already hitting that tower. He himself looked like he's going to be able to pop that tower. Pretty much nothing left on the HP here. Fort going down. It's deniable. Not much you can do, and there goes the tower. You're free to take the high ground, and here we go. Huskar just going to start working directly on the objectives. Wards go down. Fort's not there. The wards aren't targeting anything, though. They are splaying all over the place. We'll see what happens. Huskar getting a few hits on the Mars, with the globs onto the side being a very important spell to help burst this Huskar down. But Mufasa dropping the wall, getting the pin off, and there goes the Huskar. Morgan on the side, getting the silence off on the Windrunner. Not quite enough to kill him, but he does get out, forces the BKB, and this is going to be a dead Bukake Bandit. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage, though, turning around, and Morgan needs to save that Blink Dagger. Whoop, that was, okay, interesting. Focus those wards on that Rax, and we've got a dead Rax. Oh, big crit! And he manages to get the kill on Anti-Mage. Very important kill. Stun goes out, and there's going to be a buyback straight on that Anti-Mage. He's going to turn and start hitting that Rax, I hope, because, my god, you need to fucking kill that Rax. And there it goes. That's Mega Creeps for Two World Gaming. A very safe feeling to know that you did actually manage to get out there with the objective you came for. And that T4s are being hit at the 35-minute mark. Though the catch here is significant. Shakiro getting popped. Brent going in to do what he can to help distract and slow them down. Really just to give Morgan the capacity to get out without having to spend his buyback to be back in the game. And again, Bristle, being the last hero, asking them, do they really want to follow me around again? Okay,
so here we go again.
Guys, just walk into... They're
gonna fucking do it again, are they?
Oh, and he's got the cheese. What are you gonna do? The man's got fucking... No, he's not facing the right way this time.
Alright, yeah.
Manages to clean him up. But the Mega Siege Creep and Range Creep wave starting to hit the base. Things are looking pretty difficult.
Yeah, this is scary now.
And that's the tier 4 starting to lose quite a bit of health quite quickly here. It's only been hit. He's going to lose the one of the tier 4s is almost certainly dropping. It's gone. Down to one tier 4 left. No other buildings left to defend. You're going to have to commit 3 heroes here if you want to have any ability to control it. Anti-Mage holding his courier just out in the secret shop there.
I think that's a misclick. I think he bought something himself, but maybe he'd sent the courier there already.
Here goes Huskar, here goes Drow, and the Shadow Shaman. Can you catch? Can we get through it all? The silence lands, because he does manage to pop it, follows it up. Good play.
Well done.
Using the Prince's, the Mindbreaker to maximum effect there.
Yeah, that was clever.
Good item.
So that's a dieback.
That is a dieback. Going to be a very hard game for them to hold in here. And there's the GG. It has been called. A good game from both sides, and the tempo of Two World Gaming proving a little bit too fast for an anti-mage.
Oh no! Have they? No.
Are we? No actual. Okay,
I think that's the captain. Well, he's the captain. Is it a Mufasa? I thought Mufasa was the one who had the time limit. Okay, yeah.
Lol.
Well, I mean, it's a giant screen that comes up and says, "Do you want to? Are you sure you want to?"
Yeah. That was definitely the way I was going for. A very good game, very well played on all sides, and a huge game out of young Morgan Cave there on the Drow, playing the hero to a full effect, managing to get everything he needed to, and supporting the rest of his team through that timing push. Of course, you couldn't speak about a good timing push without mentioning Joel on the Huskar, managing to really. I don't want to call it luck, but really get through some of those team fights by the skin of his dick. Very, very close. Very close.
The sense to be able to go, my hero is extremely strong and very hard to kill right now. We can just stand on the tier 3s. Is that's what won that game. Is that little period where they just stood there and took both lanes. It was pretty much Joel just being like, they can't fucking kill me right now. I've got eggs. Just fucking stand behind me and we can take these lanes. And that put them behind pretty hard.
It was a good game. It was well played by all. Thank you again for tuning in. No one, maybe Matt, Mary, sorry. Maybe Mary,
probably Mary, say.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And probably BK when he wakes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for being my co-caster, Matthew. Always good to have the analyst in the box.
Always a pleasure.
And we will see you guys next week for the Decider. Have a fantastic evening. Stay safe. Vote, I guess. Fuck, I don't know.
Well, we can't. Do voter fraud,
Do a sneaky little bit of voter fraud.
Russian interference. What about Australian interference?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
people
the elusive swing state of Sydney. It's an important one.
A bunch of drunk Aussies writing Shane Warne on the ballot instead.
Oh man, that's the reality I want to live in. For a dumb fucking celebrity to be elected to be the president of America, for it to be Shane Warne.
A weird celebrity becoming president of the United States. I mean, who would have thought that would happen? Twice,
Never.
Actually.
Never, yeah. All right, we done?
We're done. Bye-bye, or...
Later!